Only a year and a half ago, Kevin Hartman wasn't sure if he'd ever wear an MLS jersey again. Aware that his current club, then the Kansas City Wizards, didn't have him in their future plans, the 37-year-old goalkeeper was in limbo. After 3 seasons toiling with the Wizards, would an MLS club be willing to take a chance on the veteran keeper? FC Dallas was, and acquired the all-time MLS leader in shutouts on a short-term deal in March of 2010. Hartman has experienced a remarkable career resurgence since then, helping the club to their first Western Conference title in 2010. He attributes much of his recent success to his relationship with FC Dallas goalkeeper coach Drew Keeshan.
It's a challenge to bring out the best in him, even at this age. You know, when he came in first, he'd done so many things in his career, and but I still want him to do more.
Drew has been a big impetus in my success. You know, since I've gotten to Dallas, we work really hard. He can hit the ball pretty hard, and so I really feel like I deal with shots during training that are going to be as hard as any shots that I'm going to deal with in a game.
What is Kevin Hartman like in training?
Intense, very focused, very intense. Wants things right, wants to do things right himself. Wants to be pushed, wants to, to test himself at every opportunity, and I think that's why he's had such a longevity in the league at such a high level, and I think that's one of the big reasons why he had such a great season for us last year.
He expects a lot, demands a lot, and I think it's good. You know, I mean, I usually feel like I expect a lot out of myself, but to have somebody else that's kind of on the same wavelength is good.
First thing I said to him was when he came into the locker room, I said, just be open to one or two new things, and if you're open to it and I can help you, we're going to have a pretty successful relationship.
I think we have pretty open conversations about how trainings are and what my body feels like. And to be honest, I really think that he does a pretty good job making sure that psychologically things are good and I'm in a good spot.
It's a relationship where we have an open door with each other, where we discuss it and we see if it can work, and we'll talk about things, and if it doesn't make sense, that's the one thing I've told myself: if it doesn't make sense to you, don't do it, because he has to buy into it. He has to know that this is what I want him to do, and this is why I want him to do it. And if he understands that part, then I think he's going to try it.
I really feel like my management skills have gotten better. You know, the communication that I offer to other players. I think I hopefully do a pretty good job of demanding a lot out of guys, but also letting them know that I need their help to be successful. He's
very vocal, but and I told young keepers that I work with at the club as well, I tell them, go stand behind Kevin, go stand behind the goal, listen to Kevin during a game or during practice. He's got a very commanding presence. He says it once and it gets done. There's a lot of trust between him and the players we have on the field, and they understand if he wants them to do something, they need to do it.
I don't think I take as many risks as maybe I did in the past, and maybe I'm a little bit more tuned in on exactly how far balls are going to get in behind the defense, but I think that's probably just stuff that you accumulate after playing for a long period of time, something that you don't necessarily have as a young player.
He takes less risks, and the other thing is I think his decision making is better. Now, I don't, why that is, that he came to Dallas and then suddenly got better, I don't know. Maybe it was, and he had external motivation because he got let go from Kansas, and we picked him up, and there was certainly that motivation factor for him, but I feel like we were good enough last year to where he probably didn't need to take some risks that he might have done with Kansas. I'm just, that's just my opinion on it, but I feel he's become very consistent with his decision making. He rarely, if ever, gets caught out, and again, that's down to Kevin Hartman.
I was certainly really excited about having the opportunity to come to Dallas. I knew that they were in a position that they were getting a lot of wins, and were really, I thought, on the cusp of becoming one of the best teams in the league. And so negotiations kind of fell out with Kansas City. I was fortunate that I was named Defensive Player of the team there when I left, and then I was in with the U.S. team. And so to come into Dallas and to really kind of find a spot and to really kind of feel like I was a part of something that was on the up and up, and there was a real, I think, move towards this team becoming one of the elite. And And so it's all kind of come hand in hand, you know. I mean, I think the guys in front of me, the defense that they're playing, their willingness to be organized, are all things that I think are fairly beneficial in our success.
Now in his second season with FC Dallas, Kevin Hartman continues to set records. In 2010, he shattered the MLS single-season goals against average previously held by Pat Onstad and posted his 100th career shutout in June against the New England Revolution. But for Hartman and goalkeeping coach Drew Keeshan, the work has only just begun.